Hello, Teeny Risings family. JuJuan Buford broadcast from Detroit Metro. Definitely excited as always. I'll just be sharing a brief nugget, if you will, or a gem that I believe would be invaluable to all of us building our Legal Shield businesses, whether we're pursuing the next level up, whether it be senior associate, manager, or director, if we're in a situation where we're looking to, of course, qualify for Performance Club. That's something that should be on all of our radars. There are certain things that all successful Legal Shield associates have in common, and quite frankly, all entrepreneurs have in common. Right? We all do the same things. And what are these four things that every successful Legal Shield entrepreneur must focus on? Number one, how many times are invitations taking place in your business? How many times is an exposure being made? In other words, how many times is the market, the general public, learning about what it is you're doing, right? It all starts there, right? So how many times are individuals learning about your services that you're marketing to empower families across the United States, Canada, and of course, really excited, soon we'll be in the UK. Incredible, right? The second thing is how many presentations are taking place? In other words, how many times is a guest, right, learning 100% of the information about your business, from the company history to the services we provide to the opportunity, right? How often is someone getting 100% information, a presentation taking place under favorable conditions, meaning they are either listening to a presentation because they're sitting down somewhere, hearing the presentation, or watching a full corporate overview, right? Or you invite them to a webcast, ideally three-way them in to make sure they hear the entire thing. So how many times is a presentation taking place, right? You want individuals to be able to make a educate decision based on 100% information, right? You don't want to be in a situation where everyone's getting enough information to make an uneducated no, but never educated yes. Like, that's just not a formula for success. So how many times is that taking place? We don't get members, right? We don't go out and we don't get people. We empower people. So at the end of the day, the next thing we have to be aware of is how many times are we creating happy clients, right? How many times are we making sure that our members are utilizing the service, whether that be membership perks, whether it be a situation where they're taking advantage of getting their estate plan done, whether it's questions they may have at the outset. Most individuals, when they acquire a membership, they have a couple things in mind they've been thinking about. Say, hey, I'm going to give the law firm a call and inquire about how many times are we making sure that when they get three-way called into the law firm to get those questions answered, right? What are we doing to create happy clients? And I'm going to come back to this. And then, of course, the fourth thing is how many times are we acquiring referrals, right? If we're doing steps 1 through 3 correctly, we should be acquiring referrals on a daily basis, meaning people want to refer folks to us because we've, number one, given them the information they need to make an educated decision. They're happy with the service because they're utilizing it, and they're inclined to become what I would call brand ambassadors, right? Share the information on our behalf. Powerful, because the quickest route to a destination is a straight line. Why spend money and spend extra effort cold calling? I'll be transparent, cold calling, right? Why go through all of that when you can just simply get a referral right from a source, right? A trusted family member, friend, or colleague, or even executive or business owner. Man, referrals are like the lifeblood of your business. And so those are the four things that we do, right? Invitations and or exposures, making invitations, right? People learning about it, a good presentation, creating happy members, and then of course acquiring referrals. Now here's the thing, and this is something that I really want individuals to understand about this happy member piece. Is so absolutely important because quite frankly, a lot of us are inclined to believe that once we make the quote unquote sale, once somebody is actually enrolled, that our job is done. No, it's not, right? You need to make sure that number one, they receive the corporate email. You want to make sure that they receive an email from you saying, hey, congratulations, thank you, right? Have a spirit of gratitude. That person did not have to acquire the membership from you. They could have acquired it from somebody else. But the reason why this gratitude piece is so important, right, and doing this in the right spirit is so important because, look, you're paid up front as associates. We all are when we enroll a membership. But it's the back end that sets you free, right? The front end puts a little money in your pocket, but the back end, the residual income, is where you begin to build the asset, right? Where that person has a membership, they utilize it throughout their entire lives, and because you did a good job on the back end and making sure that you understand that it just wasn't about a sale, but it was actually about helping and empowering that family, now you've built something that will pay you repeatedly over and over again. That's the attitude you have to build a good book of business. And of course, the higher your retention, the higher the compensation. The bottom line is whether you enroll a membership, let's fast forward, whether you enroll 1,000 memberships over the course of a day, a week, a month, or a year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years. So whether you're trying to move rapid pace, right, you're trying to get to that millionaire club status like right away, or whether you are saying, look, I have a job, I already have a gig, I already have something I'm passionate about, that I love what I'm doing, but I recognize it's a great way to empower people. And over the course of time, I realized that, look, things don't go as planned, right? And if you still believe in job security today, you might as well believe in the tooth fairy. We know the retirement years have to be paid for, and you can beat a Michael Jordan at your occupation, at your job. If that business decides to downsize, or if they're a victim, right, of changes in the economy, kind of like what happened with Amazon, what it's done to several stores that we know 10, 15 years ago would have never thought of would have gone bankruptcy. Powerhouses, right? We know these things happen. So the back end, when life happens, the back end protects you from those things from transpiring, because you may not have the same job that you have today. People don't stay at the gig 30 and 40 and 50 years. There are no pension plans waiting for us anymore. If you still believe in job security and Social Security, man, we need to have a conversation. So it's that back end that really creates the freedom, where you've built something that will pay you an income whether you go to work or not. And the way you protect that back end is to create, once again, happy members. So, the question of the week, or something that I would encourage everyone to focus on to end the year and also begin the year, is take inventory of the members that you've put on the books. Give them a phone call. Remind them, hey, look, you're buying stuff during the holidays. New Year's, people buy stuff even after the holidays, right? They do the after holiday shopping. Take advantage of membership perks, 30, 40, 50% off, right? You want to get your estate plan done? How many horror stories do we have to hear about individuals who haven't gotten their estate plan done? We know the wealthy, their children inherit assets, they inherit things and wealth, and unfortunately, people who don't have their estate plans done, typically those who are not wealthy, right? So you'll hear people say, well, I don't need it. Yes, you do, unless you want your children to inherit something called probate court, right? And we know the only winners in probate court, quite frankly, are the judges and the attorneys. So yeah, getting the estate plan is important. We want to encourage individuals to do that. When individuals acquire the membership, or they acquired it, whether it be a month ago or a year ago, they had some things at the top of their mind where they said, you know what, this made sense. I need to make a phone call. Make sure that phone call is transpired. So I want to encourage everyone definitely to focus on step 3. Focus on it intently and purposefully. Build that financial independence piggy bank. Have a fantastic, of course, holiday season, and have an exceptionally productive week. Goodbye for now.